have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
You have to understand something about how the system works. It's a self-revealing system, this system that we live in. It's constantly showing you. It's constantly showing you whether that was the way it was designed or not. It's constantly trying to show you what it's doing. Some might call it coincidence. Some might say, well, this is being done on purpose. They planned it. But it's a self-revealing system. But the fact of the matter is you know, in the simplest terms, and believe me, when they finally drop all of this on top of you, they're going to tell you, you know, when people scream out, well, we didn't know, how could you have tricked us, how could you lie to us through the religions, they're going to tell you, you know, for the last 50 or 60 years at least, through electronics and through everything else, we tried to show you. We showed you in movies. We showed you in songs. We showed you in things that were subversive, and we showed you in things that were not so subversive. But you didn't pay attention. See, you didn't pay attention. All of the movies, all of the songs, they all have meanings, but you never stopped to think. What are these meanings? What are they talking about? You never investigated. And see, they know that, and so it just perpetuates. It's a perpetual motion that they know that people don't care. And you know what? It goes to the point and the fact that people don't care, even to the point that even if they know they're being lied to, as long as you're getting their paycheck, they're happy with that. See, and they learned this a long, long, long time ago. And see, and so when the day does come, I don't mean the day of reckoning standing before the Lord. I'm talking about their day of reckoning, when they're going to drop all the crap on you and open it up and say, here, ta-da, here's your reward. They're going to tell you, we tried to tell you. We were fair, because you know what? That organization, that side of whatever you want to call it, still has rules it has to play by.
Sinjin.
This is intriguing.
I believe the word is evil, people.
Evil!
This will come in real handy when they redecorate hell.
Can't you just feel the darkness, the dark forces working within it? It's enough to make a nun go bald.
you know, I am misunderstood a lot at times. My music, my image, people have their whole thing about me, whether it be me being a devil worshiper or whatever. Besides them reading into my hand over my eye on my album cover.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about?
All its symbols are everywhere. The color blue, the color purple. Butterflies. Butterflies are a huge symbol of Satan. The transformation from what you are into what it wants you to be. So it's subconsciously putting that image of metamorphosis out there. Understand that.
I'm so tired of people walking around blind. I'm no smarter than you are. I'm probably dumber. But at least I understand what they're trying to tell me, that, hey, we're running the show here. I understand that Jesus said, I am not the ruler of this world, that Satan is, but you don't see it. See, you don't see it because you don't want to see it. Look at the signs around you, and I don't mean the big ones. Look for the small ones, because the small ones are the ones that are the most telling. You don't get it, do you? You haven't woken up. And by the time that you do, and you still have time, it might not be too late. And you know what? They won't be held accountable in front of God, because the ones that are doing this to you will not be held accountable, because you were given a fair opportunity, which is your entire life. They are showing you what their intention is, but for some reason people don't care. They're telling you to look around. They're telling you on the smallest infinitesimal level to look around and see who's pulling the strings. Jesus said it in one sentence: I am not the ruler of this world. That only leaves one other guy, but you just say, well, whatever. It doesn't matter to me who's pulling the strings, but it will. Because not only are you going to be judged individually, mankind is being judged right now. That's why those things are able to come upon the people, because we let them in here.
All of the things which are going on in this world today, from 9/11, all of the wars in the Middle East, all of the incredible bloodshed that's being spilled all over the earth, can be traced back to, and you might want to remember what I'm saying here, because I'm sure you're not going to make the connection when I first tell you, but I'm going to try to explain it to you. The things which are happening today, all of this stuff can be traced back to the planet Saturn. Saturn is a very, very pivotal, important concept in theology and religion. And most people have never been told any of this and have no knowledge of it at all. But the planet Saturn is very important in world affairs, in theology. In the Islamic belief, the holy city of Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia, Mecca has a Masonic circle, and within the Masonic circle is a square, because you got to do everything on the square, remember. You have a town square, you have New York Square, you have Vatican Square, you have Red Square, you have all kinds of squares. Why? Because this is Masonic, and it goes all the way back into the ancient world. The terms and symbols is called the Black Square. It's called the Dark Sun, the Black Sun. This is what the Nazis and the SS and the Gestapo wore black. That's why priests wear black. That's why judges wear black robes. Why do you think a judge wears a black robe? He wears a black robe because when you used to graduate from university, you wear a black robe. Why black robes? Darth Vader wears a black robe. What the hell does a black robe have to do with anything? The judges wear black robes. You know, Supreme Court judges wear black robes. Black robes represent the priesthood of the planet Saturn, the Saturnalian Brotherhood. All you need to do is study Nazism, and you will begin to see that the powers behind the Nazi Party, the Thule Society, the Germanian Order, were all members of something called the Saturnalian Brotherhood, the Brotherhood of Saturn. Saturn was the god of darkness, chaos, and destruction. He teaches you a lesson. He will take your life if you don't listen to him. Saturn was referred to as El, E-L. El was the god Saturn in the old Phoenician Canaanite system. And consequently, anyone that promoted the worship of El is where we get the word elder. You become an elder because you are worshiping El. And when you worship El and become an elder, then how did you get to be an elder? You got elected. So therefore we have elections. Now that you have been elected to be an elder, now you are one of the elites. Now you have moved up like in an elevator. You are now moved up in society. Consequently, it's all money. It's all manipulation and exploitation coming out of Phoenicia, Canaan. It goes back to the old Sumerian, Babylonian systems of words and terms and symbols and emblems that have been used to manipulate the whole human race. Because our masters don't give a damn about you or your family or your destiny with God. All they care about is what they have always cared about, and that's controlling the whole damn world. Somewhere along the line, we're going to discover we've been had, if we haven't already figured it out. I want to show you how the planet Saturn, the Saturnalian Brotherhood, the worship of the planet Saturn, Saturn's color was black. The black, each one of the gods and each one of the planets were associated with a different color. Green was associated with Venus, and that's why today in Islamic countries today you will see all of their flags and harlotry in Islamic world are in green. And you'll see the crescent with the star. Many people think the crescent is the crescent of the moon, but it is not. According to the actual research documents, the crescent on the Islamic flags is the crescent of the planet Venus. And the star represents Venus. It is a religion that is based on the worship of Venus, but which has incorporated the Saturnalian philosophy in it. So, like all the other religions, it is also a very eclectic religion.
I'm so tired of people walking around blind. I'm no smarter than you are. I'm probably dumber. But at least I understand what they're trying to tell me. That, hey, we're running the show here. I understand that Jesus said, I am not the ruler of this world, that Satan is, but you don't see it. See, you don't see it because you don't want to see it. Look at the signs around you, and I don't mean the big ones, look for the small ones, because the small ones are the ones that are the most telling. You don't get it, do you? You haven't woken up. And by the time that you do, and you still have time, it might not be too late. And you know what? They won't be held accountable in front of God, because the ones that are doing this to you will not be held accountable because you were given a fair opportunity, which is your entire life. They are showing you what their intention is, but for some reason people don't care. They're telling you to look around. They're telling you on the smallest infinitesimal level to look around and see who's pulling the strings. Jesus said it in one sentence, I am not the ruler of this world. That only leaves one other guy, but you just say, well, whatever. It doesn't matter to me who's pulling the strings, but it will. Because not only are you going to be judged individually, mankind is being judged right now. That's why those things are able to come upon the people. Because we let them in here.